How's it going, folks? Sean Lawless here, and welcome back to another episode of Going In. On this episode, we're going to be talking about creating the scene, and that is top down, middle, bottom, whatever position you want to put yourself in to create that scene. So, from top down, you get, let's say, one of your major networks that most of you guys are all familiar with. They will send pretty much everything you need to know to create the scene that they desire. That includes your script, which could be a 10-page script, uh, your wardrobe, so that you know how to show up and look the way they want you to show up, your cast list, so you know who you're working with ahead of time, a location, so you know where you're working, and also the positions and the time in those positions that they want. So doing that is pretty good, but sometimes it takes away creativity, creative freedom. So sometimes that's good because you know exactly what's going on. You show up and you're prepared. I mean, you could read your lines, you know how the scene's going to go, you know how you're supposed to deliver your lines, and you also know which positions you're going to be in what for how long. So let's say it's, pile driver for 5 minutes, and yes, it's stipulated that much that it's not so much just go ahead and go at it. You know, we need 30 minutes of sex. It's we need 3.5 minutes of this position, 4 minutes of this position. Get creative with one position. So it's that definitely throws the wrench in the flow of the sex sometimes. But it also lets you know, okay, I can prepare ahead of time. Let me stretch out because I'm going to be doing pile driver or picking somebody up over my head and having the chick bent over. I don't know. Right. Get creative with the position if you want. You can. On the other hand, of being extremely prepared and knowing what's going to happen during the day, there is scenes where what's the site? The site is the MILF next door, and that's all you know that you're shooting for. Okay, so you know instantly it's going to be a MILF, and basically you're probably going to be her son's friend or the neighbor or something like that. But you get complete creative freedom when you get a scene like that, which is good. But again, doing this 5 days a week, every week throughout the year, every time you shoot a MILF next door, it's like, we already did that scene. We already did that scene. How do we come up with a new one? So sometimes alleviating the creative freedom is good because you just walk in and you're prepared to shoot. Sometimes it's better to get the creative freedom because you get the creative freedom. You're not wrong in what you shoot because sometimes in the big long scripts that you get, it's extremely stipulated, the shots. I mean, 45-degree angle in the kitchen, you know, over the shoulder. And the kitchen's too small for the location that they gave you, so you can't get that shot. And it's like, well, what do we do? You got to make a phone call. Hey, guys, I can't make this shot happen. What do you need? What can I do? And that's where you can run into, speed bumps and hiccups shooting the scene, and which can delay, the production. Going back to the easier scenes without, the scripts and the stipulations, sometimes you're scratching your head like, well, what do we do next? Because you don't have the direction or the flow that you do while flipping the pages of a script, or they call them tear sheets, where you get positions are mapped out and you could just cross that out. Okay, got that. Got our first intro scene done when we walk through the door. Got that, cross that out. So you could systemically break down the scene page by page and scratch that off and move along through your day. On this side, it's like, well, did we get that? Did we, it's a little more, I guess you could say hodgepodge when you're shooting without a script or without a ton of information to deal with. But it does get fun to shoot the creative scenes because everybody can chime in and everybody can contribute to create, the best porn possible. So I have a scene here of both. I have one scene of creative freedom where you can hear us just talking it out and everybody's throwing in ideas and bouncing ideas off of each other. And then I have another one where the director is in sole control and completely in charge and dictating what he wants everybody to do. It's moving around like an assembly line. The first one I'm going to show you is the creative freedom where we're just pitching the scene to each other right before the scene's going to happen. Makeup's already done. Everybody's there. Wardrobe's there. It's on the spot. What are we going to do? So we'll show you that one first right now.
Right, thinking he needs to bail. But she's like, really? Well, how are you going to explain click, click, me in a fucking bodysuit with my tits hanging out.
Damn, she could handcuff him to that shit.
Why would she do that if she's waiting for the husband? So she's not waiting for the husband anymore?
No, because she sees a hot, younger fucking version. Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go for fucking... Like, all we did was see her on the phone. We didn't explain why she was on the phone.
Right.
So that could be irrelevant. She could be like, whatever, I hired a fucking...
Maybe she
hired an escort or something, I don't know.
Or
she hired a male hooker.
Or gigolo.
A male gigolo. So her husband
Trust me,
doesn't
my
come
male.
home. She's like, no, my husband's on a fucking, on a business trip, like always.
She could be on the phone with her son saying, yes, I have your bag right here. Like, it's all ready for Sean when he comes over. Yeah, okay.
There you go.
And then Sean comes in, and he can even say, hey, blah, 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 Miss James, are you home?
Alright, so-
I'm coming to get the bag.
So, instead of you being scared when you see him, you have to redo the pictures over again when you're happy. So when he turns around, you're like,
Yeah.
now you're being...
And then you're like, because what can happen is this, she could be like dangling the handcuffs, and he could be like, oh my God, maybe, just maybe, follow me for 1 second, without overcomplicating it, they could have had a moment before, and Sean is like, no, like I can't do it, it's whatever, and she wants to progress that moment. So that's why she's totally okay with him coming over to get the bag, and she got all excited in this little outfit, you know what I mean? Like maybe they almost fucked one time or did something, but he's being the good guy and didn't do it, and she's like, nah, she's determined to make it happen. That's why she gets in this little getup. You know what I mean? And then that's when she clamps him on, and you're not going anywhere. And she puts the handcuff on. Because he's trying to back out, because he's trying to be respectful of his friend's mom. Or because he doesn't want his friend to kiss his best friend. So I think we go that route.
And then she grabs the key.
And that's how we come up with a scene. So you see, everybody's just pitching in ideas and trying to hope, something sticks against the wall. That's definitely one of the more cavalier ways of going about creating the scene, but you see it gets done, and that happens, maybe 25-35% of the time. So the next scene you're going to see is the director having, complete autonomy and telling everybody where they need to go and when they need to go there. A few of these clips are from a previous episode, but now I include the audio so you can hear him giving direction. So we'll go from everybody giving ideas to one person running the show.
Usually she has a line at that point, so it will interrupt our slow-mo, but I think this is a big reveal for all of our girls because this is your first introduction to the scene. Okay?
This
One
is
by
like
one,
part
one.
1.
Correct.
Okay.
Page 4.
We don't have that, so part 3 and part 2.
Okay? No big deal.
Go ahead. Okay. Go ahead, I see Brett right on the edge of my phone. That's right. 1, 2, and then we'll pick it up at the door.
Okay, stay right there. I'm going to need you walking towards the door real quick. Come back to the stairs. Don't move, baby, and... Ready, lover?
Yep.
Action. Down right by those light switches without hitting them. A little closer. It's okay. I want to shoot her feed stuff too, so it's okay. I'm not worried about it. Okay, so I'm going to have you fly out and go into that mark right now. So go out. Test. Action. So go there. Pause. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so pause right there. Deep breath. Look towards the door. Come walk towards me, baby. Big smile, right in my camera. Okay, so one more time.
Holy shit, that was a lot of camera shake. Sorry about that. I was just holding a GoPro and I already had 2 cups of coffee, so yeah, I got the shakes there back. Sorry about that. Even I got a little bit of motion sickness. So that's 2 polar opposite scenes, and you got an idea and a little bit of insight. When I go into work, what happens on 2 different days. So thanks for watching.